Okay, right then. Let's get some stuff done. So make ready for stream. And then, yeah, we should be ready to go once we log in because we haven't even started the game up yet. On purposely, guys, so that, you know, everyone has a chance to get the Bellingham. US simulation is where I'm going to be at. So, yeah. Right, let's just load into TMP. I've not got a trailer, so we're going to decide what we have when we get there. We're just going to pick jobs from the places as always, and maybe we'll change them to what we want. We're playing our own stuff, so yeah. No SR today. We're playing our own stuff, and we can't get bored from the music, at least. It's the main screen. Like I say, we're going in the US simulation, and I'm in Bellingham. Okay, so we're in Bellingham. I'm gonna just drive automatic today. I think just chill out and drive. So let's just go pick a job. Drive around the whole woodshed. I believe Welsh is going to come and drive. And I don't know, maybe Mimi as well. Oh, hello. That's not the way to that job. We're going to have to go out the gate and in the gate, I think. So, like I say, guys, we're in Bellingham, or I'm in Bellingham. We'll put the wheel cam on, even though we're not quite using it. But let's pick a job. So about no, too long. Yeah, that'll do. So we've got lumber. We got lumber. So we're going from Bellingham, Deep Grove. Deep Grove, there's two of them. I'm at the one that's in town. Not the one that's out of town. I'm at the one that's in town. It's a short ass trailer, but with what 4x2 fucking posts in? Not 4x2 posts, is it? It's like gate posts. So I'm going to just get out, move to one side, and then if anybody's coming along, like I say, Bellingham at Deep Grove, or Deep Groove, whatever you want to call it, the one in town. It's the one in town. So we're going to get underway in about 2 minutes' time. Yeah, the guy we're on the cranes picking the logs up, doing well. If you want to know where we are, here's the map. So we're in Bellingham, like I say. There's a Deep Grove way out of town somewhere. We're not at that one. So there's a Deep Grove way out here. We're not there. We're the one in town at this one. So it's not far from the F7. The F7's here. So if you travel to the F7, you can just go from there to there. I think here is the house, is it? Or is the house here? Anyway, just travel to the F7 a bit in Bellingham, and you'll be right to it. What I'm actually going to try to do today, although I didn't look at where we were going, you may notice that some of the towns, when we log out, like Catcham there, they're grey. We're going to try and put some of them on the map. So hopefully we're close enough to activate Thompson Falls when we pass. That'd be nice. And obviously Mazzola we're going through. That's not been activated yet. And we go through Sheridan and Gillette. So we activate both of them as well. So we can actually activate probably 3 or 4 towns on this one journey. 1,214 miles, just under an hour. If you want to come for this first job. And like I say, we'll be underway in about a minute's time. So if you do want to come and join me, you're very welcome. Like I say, I'm going to get underway in approximately about a minute's time. I've already done 2,880 miles today. So we shall easily do our 5,000. I mean, this job and then maybe another 1,000-mile job, and we would have done our 5,000 for the day, which is all well and groovy. Few things to tell you about on the coming days. So about other streamers. So Minute 9 Gaming, if you're watching this morning, had to dip out early. He was tired, poor sod. And he's had to go to work as well. The Average Viking's currently on playing American Truck. We might actually meet or go past him at some point, you know, maybe. No, we won't, because he'll be on the European server, so we won't go past him. Scratch that. Also, apparently Loopy's been busy this week. She'll be on sometime this weekend. Minute 9 Gaming is doing his birthday stream on Saturday. And don't forget, also on Saturday at 4 p.m. is my first ever enduro race. So my first ever enduro race on iRacing this Saturday at 4 o'clock p.m. UK. Wheelie Awesome. Are you Wheelie Awesome? That's a cheap joke, but yeah, I had to do it. Are you Wheelie Awesome? And my main camera's jumped out because I forgot to do it. NVIDIA did an update. NVIDIA did an update, and I use NVIDIA Broadcast to get rid of the outline. 2 seconds. And I forgot to get in here, Welsh. I forgot to reinitialize it. Even though I told freaking Average to do it. Unable to find GPU for this machine. Whatever. Download a new version. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Give me 2 seconds to get this download. Broad. I can't spell broad. Broadcast, there it is. This will take like 2 seconds, so it's not a very big program. Get in there. Yes. Done. Every time you have to do this, this is a little bit of a pain in the ass, because every time when you upgrade your GPU drivers, you got to do this. Let me retry later. Fuck off. Fuck off. Just do it. Okay. Is it in what? It's in close NVIDIA completely with from your system tray. Okay. But broadcast is out of my NVIDIA tray. It's not there anymore, you dickhead. Weird. Maybe it's this. Let's just put this on that. It's not in my system tray, you dozy twat. Hold the line, caller. Sorry, Welsh. I will be underway in a second, mate. No, not that. Apps. Installed apps. No. Okay, I can't spell. Broadcast. There we are. Uninstall. Fuck off. Fuck off. Other installations are running finished. Yeah. Retry. 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 Okay, we'll try that later. Fuck it. Anyway. Do you really want to cancel? Yes. Anyway. Looks like we're gonna do it without a background today. So yeah. It's a bit white behind me, but hey. Anyways. Anyway. There we go. Looks a bit funny. Anyway, let's you ready, Webs? Yep. Okay, dude. Let's get rid of that so I can see everything. Alright, let's get rocking and rolling, shall we, dude? So you got me, you got Welsh, maybe Mimi will pop along if she's feeling alright today. Because we're on the US simulation server, and that's the one she likes the most. And we'll sort out broadcast some other time. If Kev pops in today, I need to find out whether tomorrow he wants to do SnowRunner or Roadcraft. Because I'm now racing on Saturday. I'm only 18,000 miles away from 100,000. Once I get to 100,000, the streams will probably calm down for ATS. I think I've put up enough of an effort once I hit the 100k. Let's say 18,000 more. I'm also in second for the VTC as well. So the music you're hearing is mine, guys. It's a mixture of country, rock, pop, and all sorts of stuff. There's 596 songs that have got the opportunity to be played. I'm not doing requests on it because it means I got to stop, pull over, search the song, add it to the song playlist. It's a pain in the ass. 70 Welsh watching stream as well. Nice, easy 70 mile an hour, guys. Keep the trucking going over. Oh, that's loud, actually. Turn it down a little bit more for me. Not for you guys. Turn the music down for me a little bit more. So I don't feel like I'm shouting to try and talk to you. Even though I've turned my microphone down a little bit, I'm trusting your stereo. Hear me okay? Like I said, I've turned the mic volume down a little bit. Five by five, thank you very much. 20. I've actually turned it down about on if you've got a wave, guys, you'll know that it's got a little, or the wave 3 anyway, you'll know it's got a little knob that you can do mic volume, headset volume, or some other volume. And I used to have it up on like 7 bips, which is max, or near max, and I've got it down on 4 now, so you know, it should be kind of slightly lower than it was, but not as sensitive kind of a deal. If I had the choice of microphones to have now, I would get the Elgato XLR knob, and then get a pod mic, because I like the Rode pod mic. I think it's a great microphone for streamers, and it's not as expensive as the Shure SM7B, which is really too expensive for streamers. You're only getting that to show off what you can buy, really. Unless you bought it secondhand. And get a legs. Really music. Oh, Welsh is alright. I kind of left him behind. I was like, "You okay, Welsh? Bye, bye." Unless he's waiting for somebody else to catch up, but Welsh will catch him up before the end. He'll do like 78. He'll catch him up before the end of the job. Not a problem. So normally, guys, we do a 4-hour stream, or a 3-hour stream, sorry, not 4-hour stream. Normally we do a 3-hour stream. We might go back to that format, you know, because there's a few other streamers that are going to be doing their things over the next few weeks that I might clash with. So I might do 1 till 4 from now on, with the option of extending till 5. But if you want to join us, guys, we're heading for Gillette. It's about 55 minutes away. The Gillette Rail Export is where we're heading. Like I say, we're just under an hour away. If you were in ads, guys, and you thought they were a bit long, I've extended my ads to do 1 lot of ads per hour. But it's 3 minutes worth instead of half-hour ones of 1 minute 90. Nobody's actually said anything about are they too long or anything. But now, because they've happened, those who've just had them get an hour's break from them happening again. The downside, when they do happen again, they'll be for 3 minutes. And people go, "Oh, I had 7 ads, I had 9 ads." It depends how many ads they can fit in 3 minutes or 1 minute 50. It's nothing to do with the streamer. It's just a timed amount of ads. So if you've had 7 ads or 9 ads or 10 ads, we do apologize. But it's just we can only sort of tell the streaming place that we would like so many minutes of ads or seconds of ads. It's just like TV. Nah, TV do fucking ads every 15 minutes, mate. You know what I mean? And a women on my mind. I asked the man that's in the bar to turn the jukebox. It's alright, Welsh will catch up. Like I say, Welsh will catch up. He'll be doing like 75, 78. He'll be on top of me soon. Like I say, unless he was waiting for Mimi, I didn't know whether Mimi was coming or not. I just said I'd be at a certain place starting at a certain time. Oh, I got a messages from Welsh. Hang on. I say hang on. I'm not going to hang on. I'm going to... Because I'm streaming. I can't stop now. Can't stop now. US Bud, can I join VC? Yes, Welsh, you can join VC if you're in chat, mate. I didn't see your messages just then. Art is just the same as the man behind the bar to play the jukebox. So guys, it's a new week for Streamloops cards, and in your pin post right now is the 30% off code if you spend over €4. I do have cards for ATS, ETS, SnowRunner, Roadcraft, Farming Sim, jump scares, memes, questions. Yeah, that's good fun. When played in the right manner, they're good fun. And I do have my cost for you buying them very low. Yeah, when you're able, Welsh, you're welcome in VC, mate. I know there's been a lot of country songs so far. I like country, but there will be some other stuff in a minute. I'm more pissed off that the video broadcast didn't update itself. Or that I forgot more, that it didn't update itself more, I forgot to update it. And the fact it says it's in the fucking taskbar and it's not. What I should have done is fucking not OF4, Control Alt Delete and see if it was there. Made sure it was closed. That'll be a thing if I gotta wait for Welsh at the delivery point. And try that. Working on my next broken heart. Yeah, it's a white wall behind me. Which is why I normally use the video broadcast to do like a virtual camera. Of course, I can't do it with that one because the idea of that one up there is so you can see the controller, the gear shifter, and everything else that I use to play the game. Although when I'm racing next Saturday, I'm going to try some new overlays, and it means I won't be able to use the wheel cam because they'll be in the way. So let's see if I can show you. Is it F6? Is it? No. Oh, F6. No, that's not one. Okay, can't show you them while I'm in this view. Oh, in this game rather. But yeah, I've got a leaderboard thing that goes at the top to show you where I am with the time distances between each car. I've also got one that shows you how much fuel I get left in the car because I plan to do a lot of endurance races now. And I've got another one that shows something else. I did try and get one that shows you the racetrack, but yeah. What? Oh. I was gonna say, yeah, for some reason, because I don't know, for some reason it took me out of drive. I was in neutral coasting. That's how you caught me so quick. I was like, what the fuck? All up to speed now.
What speed are you doing?
The big sat-nav guys and the interior light are mods that I put in through ALM. And yes, you can have mods in TMP. You just gotta know which ones you can use and which ones you can't use. And there's only a certain amount of mods you can use as well. It's like 100 mods, 100 like small mods, so that the server don't lag. If you get any bleed out from like underglows and stuff, and they can be seen by other players because of the bleed out, then you will be kicked. So just be careful if you are modding your truck for TMP what you put on.
I have no mods for the ATS. I've got a truck.
Yeah, there's not many mods for ATS, unless, you know, they're from outside sources. And when we do use mods, normally, if you know, we do an online game or server or whatever, the most mods we put on is like coast to coast and stuff like that. So they're map mods, so we can just do longer journeys. Canada, Mexico, Alaska, Greenland. You can get mods for iFrame. So if you want to come and join us, guys, we're on the US simulator. We're heading for Gillette. Rail Export is the name of the company, and we'll be there in about 45 minutes.
What speed you at?
Me, 72, trying to catch you up.
Yeah, I'm not 72. I go 70.
Yeah, I've already done 2,800 miles. I don't need a rush. I shall definitely get my 5 grand in the day, guys. I mean, this job will take me to 4 grand. So I only do a 1,000-mile job. But don't panic, we'll be here longer. I'm not just going to do 2 jobs and go, love you, bye. That's not me. Well, I say that's not me. It depending on how long the jobs are, you know. If, like my main job, which is 2,886 mile, give or take, from Bellingham to Brownsville. Yeah, down and backwards enough in a stream. You know, because that's 4.5 hours, just give or take. 20 minutes here or there. So yeah, we're not about to pass Tav. That's currently live as well on American Truck because he'll be on the European server. Me and Welsh are on the American server. Reason being, there's more people on it, so you got the chance of saying hello to some more people. And yes, it does get really dark in American Truck, and the lights are not brilliant. Which is why I got the interior light, so you guys can see a bit more than normal. Just shows you how your ping affects speed, guys. Welsh said he's doing 70. He's 5 ping lower than me, and I'm having to do 73 just to keep him in touch. That's why when you're on a server like this, or any kind of server, which is why you're on it, if you're on any server like this, guys, your ping makes all the difference. So yeah. You know, just keep an eye on it, which is why I like doing 70 mile an hour. So if anybody's ping's high or low, they just adjust their speed to me. Peaches, 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 peaches. Hey, Peach. Hey, yeah, and the video broadcast for some reason isn't working. It says it's in the tray and it's not, and I can't install the new one because it says the old one's still there. So yeah, we're going to take 2 minutes just to, when we get to the end of the job, just to see if we can knock it out of the tray via control delete. Oh, blue dot ahead, Welsh.
Yeah. He's turning up.
Cool. But anyways, guys, if you want to join us, we're on the US Simulator server. If you want to join another guy, a couple of guys trucking, The average Viking is on the European server. If you want lower ping, if you're in Europe. The only difference is obviously the server base is in America for this one. Server base for the European one's in France, so it's closer to us in the UK. But I like playing on this one because there's more people active. I guess he was painting roads in Welsh.
Yeah.
What else like that? So we started in Bellingham at Deep Grove. Now there's 2 Deep Groves in Bellingham. One's on the very outskirts of town, one's in town.
Adrian?
It's Adrian, is it?
Yeah, you don't have, yeah.
Okay. Oh, here he is. We're just about to come up to him.
The stalker.
Yeah, just...
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello! If it isn't the stalker. Hi, H.
Your favourite stalker.
If there's anybody I like stalking me on this game or ETS, it's you, mate. Trust me. I said this the other day, guys, actually, you know, it's nice to know that even if you're out there driving on your own, somebody watches the servers and goes, hang on a minute, he's driving on his own, let's go have a drive with him. And Adrian does that, and it's fantastic. And there he is. We're doing about 70 age. How you doing? So guys, on Saturday when I do my 2-hour enduro race with Sedi, the on-screen HFXs won't be on. In fact, one of the jobs I should have done earlier was asked the guys from Lumia if there's any way to easily switch all the HFXs off and on again. Because it's a pain in the ass going to each one and going off, 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 off. If there's like a button where I can just turn them all off and then turn them all on again. And then just pick which ones I don't want to use. Because there's one I don't use all the time, the spin the wheel one. And I don't use that all the time because it's for when I use no GPS. When I'm acting nuts. It's fun though. So guys, just to think, 31 days in this push month. It finishes on the 31st at 11 PM. We're nearing 100,000, so the streams will calm down a bit towards the end of the month. I imagine we're going to get there, I don't know, by the end of the week maybe. We're doing that well on creating, doing the mileage. So possibly next week we'll calm down the streams. So we'll probably just do Monday, Friday. I can't wait until I start driving again. Thank you for your first time chat, Explosive Warrior. Why aren't you driving now? You just, I don't know, gave up on the game? PC went down? What's the problem? Away working? You don't want to tell us, don't matter, but I'm just trying to create conversation. And if you think this wheel is bigger than normal, guys, you're absolutely right. This is the Moser TSW wheel, the trucking wheel, because I am a Moser user and affiliate. And speaking of which, there's my link to Moser, guys. If you do want to go have a look at what they got, and if you use that link when you go and buy something, it will give me a small commission, which I can then spend at Moser. I do have a couple of things on my... Yeah, go ahead, Bush.
You know that wheel there? Can you use the smaller one that they got there, or no?
Can I use the smaller what that they got there?
The wheel.
Well, yeah, you can use the ES wheel
You can
for
use the
trucking.
racing one, because you got the racing one as well, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean, you can use... Basically, you can use any wheel that you've got for all them on any game. You just need to put your buttons and shit in to do what you want.
I just prefer the smaller wheel.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I used to play with the ES wheel. I mean, it's down on the floor at the moment. And yeah, basically, I bought the trucking wheel because it gives a more sense of you're driving a truck. My shifter broke, then came down. Then you had throat cancer. Oh shit, man, that's shit, real. Then hospitalised last week. And ordering a new wheel and shifter today. GG's, what you getting? If you're thinking about Moser, you don't forget to use my link if you're going direct to Moser. If not, don't panic. I know it's cheaper, possibly deliveries from other places. The product isn't cheaper, but the delivery is cheaper if you go other places than Moser, and if you want it quicker, of course. But like I say, if you want to buy it directly from Moser, don't forget to use my code. If you're buying Moser, that is. I mean, if you're only trucking and farming, you only really need the R3. If you're going to do a little bit of racing as well, R5, R9. And if you're going to go like heavier into racing, then of course you want the bigger strength wheels. Because the bigger strength it is, the more fidelity of feel you get. Not necessarily how powerful it is. I mean, even though it is more powerful, but the more fidelity of feel you get. So, you know, you can feel your road surface and any bumps and dumps you go over. If you go over a sausage on the corner, you'll feel it, big style. I mean, I can feel it in the R5, so I can only imagine what, say, an R12 feels like when you hit a bump. Probably tear your freaking arm off. And the good thing is with the Moser setup is all their wheels you can use them on all their wheel bases. So even if you've got the R3, you can still get the trucking wheel to truck with. It probably looks silly, but you know, you can still use it. You could do this evening. The only thing I'll say about the Moser shifter, because you broke your shifter, is the HVD shifter from Moser is a little bit too mechanical for some people. So it does like clunk between gears, which, you know, if you've driven a real truck before, they do that anyway, manual shift. And I like it, and it's the only game I really use manual shift in. So I have to, you know, when I change gear, I've got the sense of actually changing gear in a truck. Thank Christ Welsh don't lag, innit? I'd be in his fucking cab by now. If Welsh did a Mimi lag, I'd be in his truck by now. I am not joking, guys. It's not her fault either. She's just using a really shit PC. Well, I suppose you could say it is her fault because she hasn't upgraded, but you know what I mean? She's able to play the game and enjoys it, what she's got, so, you know, it is what it is. So 1,200 miles this job was, guys. Just over an hour at the start, but we're doing over the speed limit, so we're going to get it down at well under an hour. I say well under an hour, probably about 55 minutes, which is about perfect. What have you got? A thrust faster. Oh yeah, great starter kit. Great starter kit. It's to describe the T3 to the T248. It's higher than the Logitech. G29, G920. It's higher than that, but lower than the T300. T300, I think, has got slightly more power. But the TH8 shifter, one of the best shifters on the market. That's from anybody. One of the best H pattern shifters on the market. Well, it's not only a H pattern shifter, is it? If you get the cap for it to take your knob off, put the cap on, you can have it either H pattern or sequential. Ba-do-do-do-do. Hey, Seti. Hey, old man, guys and girls, it's Sediment Experience. On Saturday, 4 p.m. UK, we will be starting my first enduro race. Shut up, you silly cow. Thank you. I do have the G923 in the closet. Ah, okay. The one thing that lets all Logitech gear down is the Logitech software. When I first started playing simulation games, had a G920. And for starter kit, really good. For starter kit, it was really, really good. The thing that let it down was the G-Hub software. Every so often, say if you click out a game and go back in, I'll lose the centering spring. Every time. So you used to have to open the G-Hub, click centering spring on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, and then go back in your game, it's fine. But that pissed me off. So, yeah, I sold it and got Thrustmaster T300. And the difference in feel of the wheel, the motor felt miles better, T300.
I catch up, Matt.
No worries, dude. Yeah, so the motor in the T300 felt miles better than the G920. Going from cog to like band. The only difference was really is the Logitech actual wheel felt kind of nice, and the Thrustmaster wheel felt kind of plasticky, like a plasticky leather. It was horrible. Belt driven. Thank you, Seti. But yeah, absolutely loved my time with the T300. Would recommend it to anybody that hasn't had a wheel before, either the T248 or 300. Being similar power, like I say, the T300 slightly better. But yeah, recommend that to everybody. Their software is kind of solid. Very rarely went wrong, although it did do a little bit of glitchy belt power thing. So every so often what it would do was give me more power in the return spring than I actually wanted, for some weird reason. But when it started doing that, it only did it the once, and I was like, what's going on? I kept adjusting it. And all of a sudden I just thought, fuck it, delete the software, re-put it in, it was fine from then on. Like I say, great bit of kit, but slightly more expensive than obviously the Logitech stuff. I like the T300 because you can change wheels. Yes, you can. You get the opportunity to unscrew the screw, then unscrew the plastic screw or the plastic nut, and you take the wheel off and put other wheels on. Unlike the wheel I got now, where you just pull the thing back, take it off, and put the other wheel on. Easy. I have some strange company called Fanatec. Fanatec are cool, dude. Fanatec were probably the first DD wheel I actually wanted. But then when I heard about the queues to actually wait from order to product, you getting the product being so long, it was like, what the fuck? And I don't know what the queues are like now at getting stuff, because obviously they've been taken over by somebody. And what the guys that were hard Fanatec guys were on about was maybe they could get the product on assembly lines now and get the product out a lot faster. I believe they're catching up, but not quite got there yet, as far as I'm aware. Red, afternoon, how you doing? Anyway, what are you doing out driving? I saw you were out driving on the European server earlier a minute ago. Good, mate, how's you? It was long because they oversold. Yes, they did. There isn't a wait anymore. There you go. And they're very similar price to the Moser. I just managed to get a partnership with Moser, so that's who I recommend. Of course I'm going to recommend Moser if I'm partnered with them. These kind of geese in their reviews. When you're in town, Ebenezer's around. You could do this. There's a sound of the ground. It gets smaller. The party stops rocking and people do it's time to shout loud. Just heading into Glasgow for food and drinks. You were just playing trucking about 10 minutes ago, dude. Sorted. That was about an hour ago. Well, oh yeah, it could have been about an hour ago when we saw you on Tav stream. I promise not to uncheck your tires for the first stint. Cheers, mate. I'm going to try iOverlay next time I play iRacing and see if that's any good, mate. It's a free overlay thing. Doesn't show you the track, but it's got the same as that other company that you got to pay for a lot of it from, but it's absolutely free. I'm going to try all that. I mean, you can pay for it and get a lot more, but there's quite a lot which you can have for free. So like you can have your fuel usage and fuel left for free and stuff. You know where they are? Cool. I'm going to try that next time I go racing and see if that's any good. I'm already thinking I don't need one of the windows that I've opened because I've got I think I've got where everybody is, the places, and relative, and I don't think I need relative. I think I could just use the in-game one. Yeah, I'm down here in Mexico, sick as a dog. My head is pounding in this border town fog. Living on refried dreams. How am I going to get the skin for Saturday, Sadie? What program are you using to do that through? If it's trading paints, okay, cool. Cheers, mate. Thank you. So don't forget, guys, me and Seti, 4 p.m. start. The race starts. Doing my first enduro race. So what it'll be is an hour stint, which will be a lot for me, first one. But if I can do it, it means that, you know, just need to finish the paint throw. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, if I can get through it, it means that, you know, maybe somebody like Linda Racing, you know, if she needs one extra driver to be able to get into an enduro, and I got the track and car, it means I can go help her out. Even if I only get one stint in the car, you know what I mean? Or anybody else in the community, you know, if they're trying to do an enduro race and they just need the one driver to fill in for an hour or so, you know. You will need to do 2 fuel stops, and then I'll take over, and then you might get back into the car. I bet there's about an half-hour minimum that each driver has to do, or something. We'll pay Tab or Handy. What, they can drive? I don't think they got the BMW, mate. I don't think they got it. No, you can do the whole 2 hours. So fuck off. I can't do 2 hours myself. Sticky fuck. After about an hour, I'm gonna want to piss. Welsh just caught up.
Yeah. I was gunning in it.
No. First one, I'll just see if I can get to an hour. If I can, you know, get to that hour, then all well and good. And then, yeah, if, you know... during your tire change. I bet some people do that, though. I bet some people do that. Go into the pits, and as they go into the pits, stop, quickly go off for a whiz, run back to the car, and off they go again. Because if all they're trying to do is get through the enduro, yeah, I bet that's the way to do it. In fact, never thought about doing it that way. They're at a 2 hour enduro like that. Have I done a full fuel stint yet? No. Well, tell a lie. In one of the SOAG practice races, Linda didn't quite put the settings right. And in the second race, there's about 3 of us ran out of fuel. So I had to go in and get fuel. You know, like with like 2 laps to go, Linda was right behind me. She said, "Where are you going?" I went, "I'm going in to get fuel." She said, "You don't need fuel." I said, I'm out. I said, "I'm virtually out. I got like a half a lap to go and then I'm out." She went, "Oh, I need to check the settings then." So once again, guys, this Saturday, I'll start streaming about 3 o'clock, so you can watch a bit of practice. I'm not going to practice too much. A couple of laps maybe, and then Seti will have a couple of laps. I'll have a couple of laps. A bit of a break, because like we said, the stints are an hour long. So we'll work that out during practice. How did the race go yesterday? Which race? Because I did 2 races for me, and then obviously the 2 races later on. I did the GR86 race, which wasn't bad. I lost a bit of I rating because somebody just decided to push fucking me around the track, so I kept getting fucking full rating, full safety all the fucking time, which pissed me right off because he was bump drafting me. Then I did a GT4 race, which I think went okay. There's a few people that just, I was like real comfortable in the car going around Virginia, sort of like just over 2-minute race, 2-minute laps. And this guy just came from fucking nowhere, like miles back, and dived down the outside with some guy up his arse. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing, guys? That's no way to fucking come past the car. Just absolutely dive down on a corner. And because I saw him last minute, I sort of brake checked myself, and I was off the track. It was yeah, it wasn't a very good, smart overtaking place. And the way they did it, scare somebody out of the overtake. Well, not out of the overtake, but out of trying to defend. And the downside is with iRacing is you need 3 bits of evidence. I know you can go back into it after the race and just find it and then click what you want, but and it doesn't have to be too specific, but when it happens, you should be able to just push report, and it from the report go back a minute. Just push one button, it just goes back a minute. And they get control of what they want to see done, like fucking TMP does. TMP, this, you know, the moderators on TMP can do all angles, and it goes back about 90 seconds from the bit that you report from. Be miles easier. Just one button, report that guy. I mean, because most people play it internal in the car anyway, if something happens and, you know, you've reviewed it and you report, they just see what you're up to at that given point in time. Yeah, sometimes it might be on you because you've not seen what you've done. But if you're on about the racing with Linda last night, it went quite well. The guys are learning fast. The guys that don't normally play racing are learning fast. I mean, Mr. H is learning. Have kept me behind him for a good 6-8 laps. He was in a faster car, and I was coming up fast behind him, but managed to keep me behind him for a good 5-8 laps, and then he made a mistake, and I flew by in the slower car. But to be honest, that's the way I think it should go. You know, if you're one of the faster cars, next race you should be in one of the slower cars. And if you still win, you stay in the slower car. Get people to use both cars. Just me sending you some setups for Saturday. Sweet. Okay, no worries. We'll have it. I'm gonna have a go at have a go with the car again tonight. I've been trying to get about 20 minutes a day so far with that car, just so I can just see and feel it. So we'll get on it a bit later, and we'll try the setups at the same time, dude. I can do a 158.9 with it, and that's just base setup. After you give it a couple of laps to warm tires up. Of course, you know, when you're doing an endurance stint, you don't want to be really pushing it that fast, but you know, if you can comfortably do it, you comfortably do it, you know what I mean? Those are some free setups, okay. So just ones you found. Okay. Yeah, we'll give them a go, dude. We'll give, you know, I know what my fastest lap is with base setup, so we'll give like each one 6-8 laps and see if I can do any better with it or how it feels. The only problem I have with the car at the moment is every so often, not too much, but every so often, I just overpower it slightly out of a corner, and it just spins up the tires, and I spin. That's the only thing that's. But I'm learning. I'm learning to ease the throttle in. That car has really teach me to ease the throttle in. Same with the M2, you know, the BMW M2. That's the same, where you got to ease the throttle in off the bend. On lap 1 or later on. Could happen anytime. Just when I'm not thinking about what I'm trying to do, I just throttle down like I can with a Mazda and spins the car. It's me. It's my lead foot. But like I say, I'm learning to ease it in and how much I can and can get away with. I think it'd be alright if I can get through the first 3-4 laps, let the tires warm up. The only danger point after that will be after the pit, because like you say, we'll have to pit once or twice before changeover. Oh, hello. Bit of a bump back there, boys. Well, for me anyway. Yeah, so that'd be the only thing coming out of the pits, with old tires and having to, you know, just remember I've got to go steady on them. And then build them up, and then I can go fast again. But that's easy. I mean, as I'm coming out of the pits, you know, you just go co-tires, Matt. Remember co-tires, and then give me half a lap. Go, and then go. You still got co-tires. Because I think once you get one lap on the board, your tires are okay. Then to start slightly pushing. I want to do Nuremberg. No. I have a GT3 car, only one. I have the 720S Pro. That's the only GT3 I got. And I know most people want to do it in the Porsche. I could buy one. The downside is, Seti, if you're talking about this weekend, you know, I haven't even practiced that track. Literally, I'd be going on it totally virgin. Yeah, I've never been on that track in iRacing. No, it's next week. Oh, next week, yeah, next Saturday, yeah. You know, I get all week to practice. About the same time a race, is it? I mean, I've been like, since I got the GT4, we're talking about doing this race. I've been sort of practicing any chance I get. Let me look. So after we get this this job over done with, I'm going to choose a new job. And then we'll see if we can get this fucking video broadcasting so I don't have to use that camera, because it's a little bit, I don't know, it's a little bit squiffy. Maybe it's just low quality or something. Hopefully it won't tell me to restart Pooter, otherwise, yeah, that'll be out until end of stream. It's my fault. I did the video update this morning and forgot to do broadcast. It was my fault. Should have did it straight away. Put the new broadcast in.
Tut, tut.
I know, mate, I know. That's what Tav was doing earlier. He was like, oh yeah, I've done all my updates, forgetting that, you know, when you do your NVIDIA driver, you got to do your fucking broadcast as well. That's why his screen went black at the start of his screen. Start of his stream. Right, here we go, coming off. Gillette, the home of the shaver. No, it's not. Oh, is it? I don't know. Is it the home of the shaver? Is that why they call it Gillette shavers? Maybe, I don't know. Would 11 AM work for you? Which will be what for me, Seti? So if it's 11 for you, what would it be for me? Because that would be, what, 5 for me, if that's 11 for you? Your time would be 11 AM, my time would be 4 AM. As long as you're alright with the 4 AM start, Seti, that's fine. Fine for me, mate. Studio. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, like I say, the only car I got for that is the 720 S Pro or Evo, whatever the fuck it's called. McLaren. But there's only one as far as I'm aware. You can't get a car wrong. I'm gonna have to go fucking practice Nuremberg like a prick next week. Gillette was named after the one guy who created the race. Okay, not after the place. I thought that was a barrier then. It wasn't. It was a sleeping policeman. Right then, so I'm going to go get this next job and then I'm going to try and get this fucking camera working quickly. Oh, I don't know what. Okay, I just hit the crane. Whoops. Okay, next job. I have no problem with 4 AM, just need to practice and make sure the car is safe, not wrecking. Yes, mate. Exactly. Best job is Rouse for 1100 miles. Okay, it's there. What GT3 do I have, did you say? The McLaren 720S. The only one I got. Wow, I'm causing the trailer damage without even fucking doing anything.
I did. Okay, where is it?
Right, that's that. Right, 2 seconds. NVIDIA broadcast. NVIDIA broadcast. NVIDIA broadcast. Broadcast. There we go. Doosh. Don't run. It should be that gone. Which will mean I can go download NVIDIA broadcast. I might buy it then. I have the Ferrari and the BMW. It. Use configure. Yes. 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 Please don't say I have to restart. Or you could gift me the BMW if you prefer to use that setting. Hey, so fuck off. I just got married. I got no fucking money. 2 seconds, it's just downloading. Or if everybody's ready to go, I could just leave this downloading and wait for the end of the job to try and put it in. The stars sinking lower. So you buy the BMW? Shit, no, I'll buy my own car and I want to own all the content by 2020. I know you said that, yeah, you wanna own most of the content by 28. I must remember to save some money at some time for when Black Friday comes so that I can buy 2 years subscription for basically fuck all. I say basically fuck all, it's not basically fuck all at all. It's you know, probably about £100 or something. But 2 years subscription for £100, that's a deal. Considering a lot of games don't last 2 years when you buy them. You know, this Project Motor Racing is $90 for the thing in the boosh. Okay. Come on, load up. No, I don't want to switch. Right, this is what I use. That one. That one. No, not that one. Logitech cam, yes. Retry. Okay. It's busy, so I know what the problem is. That's the problem. That's the problem. There we go. That's fine. 72060 is what I use. Virtual background. I want it removed. Auto framing, no. And bugger off. Oh, hello. What are you doing? Bonehead. What? Broadcast, what are you doing to me? Oh, it's knocked itself off. What a twat. That's why it's not working. Ad break. Yeah, I'm doing that this year. As I falling for every song. Out tonight. Love will never change your freedom. Whoop. Why are you not working? Ah, there we go. Oh, big me. Big me, yes. Ah, better. I'm back. I'm back. There we go. Right. Job, let's go. uh, that's right, that's fine. Right, let's go. Right, can be with me. Let's come back. Your Independence Day. Right, that's the video and the broadcast up and fucking working again. Pain in the arse, that thing is. Well, it can be a pain in the ass, but it's a nice bit of free software that goes with your NVIDIA software that allows you to do a virtual green screen. So you guys can see more of the game of what's going on rather than looking at the wall that you saw behind me a second ago. So guys, those who've just experienced that ad break, would you like that kind of ad break again, which is 3 minutes per hour? Or would you like them 1 minute 30 every 30 minutes? It's up to you guys. I've been trying to get an answer out of people for the last couple of weeks. Some people say it's fine, some people say it isn't fine. Like I said, it's up to you guys completely. You're gonna celebrate my Independence Day. That was the Shires that sung that Independence Day. A great little group. Well, I say group, it's a duo, brother and sister. On the blanket, on the ground. I have Twitch Turbo, so it doesn't affect me. GG's. A lot of people have got Twitch Turbo. Really, if I'm really truthful, I should probably invest in Twitch Turbo. Just so anybody I do watch, I give them a bit of revenue when the ads come up, and I get no ads myself. But instead, I just use my Prime on tab, as it's free. Well, I say it's free. It's not free, of course, because you've got to pay for Amazon Prime, but, you know, we're paying for it anyway. Sorry, ads suck, but I'm saving up to buy something big. You're going to buy me a GT3 wheel from Moser, mate? Thank you. So fucked off. That's very kind of you. Just a KS wheel will do, mate. It's fine. No, hopefully buy myself a rig. One of the things that I am looking ahead to buying as well, once I get the PC build that I'm currently sending bits to Xeno for, after that's done, then I'll be looking at gradually at a rig and the monitor stands. The thing for me is the seat. I like a nice comfy seat. That's the cushion, the bottom, the ass cushion's going to stay comfortable for a long time, because I play so many games with being in the seat. You know, I'm trucking, I'm farming, I'm racing now, SnowRunner, Roadcraft. I'm playing so many games. I'm in the seat for hours and hours and hours. So I need something that's comfortable. So I'm not going to fucking be for some person with a narrow ass, you know. But I don't want to be paying over the top for the rig either. And I know I definitely want an alley profile rig. And the reason why I want an alley profile rig is because they're highly customizable. You know, with some of these rigs that are round bar and stuff, there's bits you can add to it with clamps and stuff, but with the alley profile rig, you basically build it as how you want it. You know, you buy your alley long bar or whatever you buy in, and whatever the bits you need for your seat and your wheel and stuff. And after that, you just buy little bits to put your other bits on. Oh, they do. I have a buddy who has the same seat for 3 years. Nice. I think Jim has had his seat for some had the same seat since day one. What? He's still using his bed? Didn't he use his bed at one time when he was in his shed? He's gonna come back. No, you silly twat! When he first fucking put his rig in his room. I get you. The sea of heartbreak. The sea of heartbreak. No, he first got his rig. Yeah, he first got his rig in the shed, didn't he? Yeah, he used his bed for a little while, and then he put his rig right at the end of his bed in his shed. When? I'm sure he used to use his bed when he first started in his shed, and then he got a rig and put it in his shed at the end of his bed. Oh, I could be wrong. I don't know where I got that from. I seem to remember him saying it. He was in the house when he first started, or maybe it was in the house, and he got the rig for the shed or whatever. But yeah. But it's amazing to see how far Jimmer's actually got as a sim racer, because that's how he started, sim racing. And he was, you know, he was asked to do little bits, and all of a sudden, you know, he got a massive boost by doing that prototype racing, which was a massive boost. And he had some good drivers around him as well to teach him the ropes. And now he's doing freaking BMW Enduro racing. I mean, mainly at Nürburgring. He seems to be there quite a lot, like every few months. I agree, there are a couple of guys in the States that are in NASCAR. Some former Coke Series drivers, yeah. But it's amazing to see how far they've taken kind of their hobby. You know, because that's the way you got to see it, guys. Driving, sim racing, even if you're a streamer, is a hobby. I mean, we were talking about this earlier in chat, guys, of what it takes to be a full-time streamer and to have it pay the bills. You got to guarantee yourself a certain amount of revenue. And somebody once asked me what that would be for me, and I said 600 subs. 600 #1 subs. So not level 2 subs, not level 3 subs, 600 level 1 subs. For me to give up what used to be my job to become a full-time streamer. Now, having worked that out this morning, it's actually more than that. It's actually 700 subs to equal what I used to get paid for my day job. You know, and that's just to guarantee me living how I'm living at the moment. But I'm a full-time streamer anyway now, because obviously work's out the window, and you know, I can't work because of my health and my wife's health, and so yeah, I mean, I am a full-time streamer, and whatever you give me goes into, at the moment, it's definitely going into a PC upgrade, because that's got to be done. That's no ifs, ands, or buts. That's next. He's full-time GT4 drive that the ring. Is that what he's employed as now? GT4 doing the Nürburgring. Oh, rather, to give it its proper name, the Nordschleife. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, him and the team are full time there. Well, that's cool. So I think it's the team's made up of him, Super GT, and the guy with the glasses. He was a racer anyway, wasn't he? The other guy, get what it's called. But Super GT came from simulator racing. Wizard Tree, thank you very much for the blue. Misha, that's the one. Misha, I think Misha is the only real racer among them, which is why he's so much fucking quicker than the other two. Probably hit a little bit of a cooldown on that one, so you would have got the money back when you wouldn't have took it. Just remember, guys, on Saturday there will be no HFX redeems while we're racing. Because I don't want to hit anybody else and ruin my ratings. So I'm going to see whether there's anything through Lumiere that is just a button on-off for all HFXs, or whether I have to go through them and actually turn them all off one by one. It may be a question I have to ask the Lumiere boys, because I'm in their Discords anyway. Unless I just don't put the overlay on. That could be a thing. I just don't put the overlay on. And if you guys want to use them, you probably won't even get the sound, but you know. You alright, Wosh?
Yeah.
You're off the road a little bit there, mate.
Yeah, I was picking up a tea cake.
I shouldn't really be beside you here.
No.
It's a shame I can't use the head-up display for speed and cruise control in this game, but they put it so high on the windscreen that it's just in the way. Whereas with Euro Truck, it's right down in the corner of the windscreen. If they did that in this game, perfect, but they don't. It's like halfway up the windscreen, it's just in the way. You know, it's more of a hindrance than a prop to help you out. But yes, I should have about 16,500 miles to do now before I hit 100k. Well, maybe less than that now. We can get this one in as well without going in the race.
Oh, would my target until back if you'll come along?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, we'd be happy, and I know we'd be happy, and I say we as the company managers, directors, whatever, would be happy if we could just beat the ETS target that we hit a couple of months back for push. Because we should be able to do that. Because it's faster miles in ATS. I know there's a lot more people helping out with the ETS one, because a lot more people got ETS than ATS. But I'd be quite happy as part of the management if we could beat that target, whatever that was. I'm going to have to go back and check with what have we got. Well, tomorrow will be 10 days to go before end of push. Yeah, this is what, 31 days in August, isn't there? Yeah. So 31 days, so September, April, June, and November. Yeah, so yeah, 31 days August. So last day for push is on the 31st at 11 p.m. Don't ask why it's 11 p.m, not midnight. I don't know. It's just the way that Trucksbook have always done it. You know, your day ends at 11 p.m. Now, it could be because Trucksbook are based in a European country, which any of the other European countries are an hour in front, so it would be midnight to them.
It sounds that way, though, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, we know TMP are based, their head offices are in Poland, because it's in TMP Pro Mods, and you can go to TMP HQ. So we know that's in Poland. One thing you probably didn't know is their server for the games, when I say games, I mean ATS and ETS, are based in France. Somebody told me that. One of their things told me that their actual servers are based in France.
I think it used to be London before, though, didn't it?
Used to be London a few years back, yeah, but now it's in France. Probably pricing, standard pricing. You know, what it costs to hire a building, server box, and shit like that. I think when you don't have modded engines, the trucks are so slow. Well, you say that. You say that. They're not slow. And in TMP, you can't have modded engines. Well, you can, but you can. So when I say you can, but you can use any engine in the game if you have the mod for it. Any engine that's in base game for any truck. So what a lot of people do is they go, we'll use the Scania 730 engine in a MAN, which only normally has 620, which makes it faster. But in terms of modded engines, no. It's just whatever's in the game that you can put in the different trucks with mods for TMP anyway. I don't know of any other way of importing engines into the game for TMP. Because I know there's a 2,000 horsepower engine for this truck. How you get it, how you put it on the TMP, I haven't got a Scooby. It wouldn't stop me from doing what I'm doing now, 69, 70 mile an hour, driving around with my mates. It wouldn't stop me doing that. It would mean I get there a heck of a lot quicker, obviously, and I can take whatever fucking load I want, it wouldn't matter. But in terms of my actual driving style, wouldn't change a thing. Same as in ETS. When I drive ETS, Welsh will tell you, quite a lot of the time I do 56, and I just chew. I mean, yeah, I do 56 everywhere. I don't slow down or anything unless I have to, but yeah, just 56 everywhere. I mean, a few of our other guys do 58 everywhere or 60 everywhere. I prefer to keep a nice 5 mile an hour buffer between real miles, race miles, which is why I'm doing, well, to be honest, I'm doing 10 mile an hour below now. And that's 10 mile an hour below now, then that's purely because A, we're on the US simulation server, so ping's higher. And when ping's higher, the difference between me doing, I mean, we've just seen it. There's 3 ping between me and Welsh. Welsh was doing 72 earlier. I was doing 70. He was flying by. Swapped it around. He was still going away from it, but slower. And I was faster than him by 2 mile an hour. And he was still pulling away. So speed when you do on TMP isn't always what you're doing. via the dials. For instance, ATS the other day, I was on the European simulation server, or the European server for ATS, and we was with another one of our guys. He had 6 ping. I constantly get between 16 and 25 ping on any of the European servers, regardless whether it's ETS or ATS. He can do...
Una ruta, buena ruta. Una ruta, compa.
Safe journey, buddy. He was doing 65, I was doing 70, but in terms of relationship of going visually the same speed, we were the same speed. But he was doing 65, I was doing 70. Purely because ping was higher than me. So when you're on a server with somebody, any server, don't matter what server, could be an online, it could be the online convoy server. If your ping is lower, you'll be faster. Just the way it is. Because you've got a faster connection to the server. And that's just the way it is. Doesn't matter about your truck, don't matter about what horsepower you got, nothing's included. It's just raw speed of your connection. Oh, guys, seeing that, if you want to activate the giveaways for all week, you need to buy some Stream Weeks cards. With that link there, go to my thing. You can buy anything from 1 pack, which costs you €1, or you can use the discount at the top of the screen, and that means if you spend over €4, you get 30% off. My packs have gone a little bit weird. I say weird, I've changed them. So I think now you get, which is a really decent price, you get for €8, you get 10 packs. And for 20 packs, I think it's €16. I'll talk to you later, mate. Having to do something. No worries. We'll speak later, mate. I plan to be on practicing the GT4 after tea. That's my plans for the rest of the night. Just being chatting. I might do some GT4 racing, but I'll be in the GT4 the whole night. Whether I do a couple of practices and use the tunes or what. But don't forget who's taking you home, but in your arms you wanna be. Oh, darling, save the last dance for me. I love this singer. And she's not really that famous, Susan McCann. She's a covers singer, what they call a cover singer. So every song that she sings, somebody else has brought out. But she made her own CD and obviously got the permissions to do so. And it sounds really, really good. I love you 'cause you're you. They say about me. I think Welsh is using his phone or something.
Nope, I'm having a bottle of water.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, you sure it's not a bottle of beer?
I don't drink. I used to drink, but yeah.
There's a
I'll have
lane.
to stop.
You'll have to stop. I was gonna say there's a lane there somewhere. He has a bottle of vodka beside him. Oh, fire water. Okay, lovely. Okay, gotcha. Oh.
Oh, what am I going to switch for?
I don't know. What are you going in the break room for? Oh, it's an old man break.
Holy shit. Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake.
I know, Welsh, that tree jumped out on you. I saw it.
Yeah. I was dodging the matchstick in the road.
Once again, guys, if you want to come out with us, we're going to be about 35 minutes, 666 mile to go. We're heading for Bakersfield. The company we're going to is American Lines. So if you meet us there in about 30 odd minutes, all ready and raring to go. I'll probably have a little bit of a bio break after this one. So I'll get there, I'll pick the next job, load it up, and then I shall go for bio, and then we'll get underway again. Like I say, jobs are about 1,000 miles, which are about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on what roads it gives us to use. No. Oh, thank Christ for the barrier. Now 7 clever close going, I went round S70, didn't touch it.
I went round there, and he didn't touch it.
So guys, if we can get the followers up to 2,000, I'll be doing a 12-hour stream. So yeah, we'll start early doors in the morning, probably about 7 o'clock, go through to about 7 o'clock, and play all kinds of games, play some trucking, play some farming. I don't know whether we'll be doing racing in that or some snow runner or something. You know, we'll split it up into like 4-hour segments. Maybe a tiny break in between to grab some food, grab some snacks. But yeah, we've got to get there first. We're at 16:43. So it's only got 357 to go. That's not a lot. And whoever followed me the other day, thank you very much for 2,856 follows. That got deleted in 3 seconds. Literally, it took me that long to fucking delete them. I do it anyway. Every so often I use the Twitch root commander and delete any old follows, just to keep my follow line up to date. You know, once every month or 2 months or quarter or whatever. Yeah, I go in and just clear it out. He gets a complex, guys, if he's behind.
I don't mind being behind.
What you fucking overtake for then?
Didn't realise what speed I was doing, sorry. No. I'm back down to 70 now.
Literally, guys, American truck is so easy miles. Literally, you get on the highway, you whack your cruise control on, and you steer your truck. That's basically how that goes. As long as you set it sensibly, like 70, 75-ish, a lot of off-roads, you don't even have to fucking turn. Well, you do have to turn, but you won't have to brake or anything. I mean, literally, since we got on this road and we've not had to turn off, I've not touched my pedals. And guys, if you're watching this live or in the playback on Twitch past broadcasts, that YouTube link, guys, go and click that. I will be back on YouTube soon, doing my dual streaming. Not yet. When I get the new PC, I'll be doing it. So probably just after Christmas, I'll be back live on YouTube and dual streaming again. It was working for a little while, then it died out, and then it worked, then it died out, and then it worked, then it died out, and then yeah.
What PC you getting?
It's a custom build.
Mm-hmm.
The Xeno custom build. And then when it's done, when he's built it and it's ready, I'll go up and just grab it. And all I have to do is put all my games on it.
Yeah, but what are you having?
What am I having? A custom build. I can't tell you what parts exactly. I know it's an AM5 processor. Ryzen. I think it's a Ryzen 7.
Yeah, you got a 7.
And be an AMD graphics card as well to pair it off and
Yep.
make the most out of the power there as well.
I got Ryzen 7 58X.
Mm-hmm.
And
Think
graphics
the-
card, and I got the RX 78.
Nice.
Yes, no, hang on. 78 RX.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, yours is fairly up to date then.
Oh, yeah. And I still don't have it on I.
Yeah, I said this to some people the other day. You know, when they do American Truck or Euro Truck, they go, "Oh yeah, we got it on Ultra. What do you need Ultra for?" Yeah, it looks
You don't
slightly
need
better. You don't need it.
No.
You
I
don't-
use the lineup.
You don't even need to have. We were talking about this in chat earlier. You don't even need to have your resolution above 60 frames a minute, because the game
Go on.
the game doesn't do 60 frames a minute.
No.
I mean, even now with me and Welsh and Adrian in the screen, even though you might be saying 150 frames or whatever, the game's doing like 50 frames.
On American Truck Simulator, I am on 70 frames.
Yeah, I've capped mine at 60 frames on both. Minimum for like 20, max of... Well, no, I don't think I put a minimum. I've just put max of 60. Because I know the game doesn't do more than 60. Same as Farm Sim. Doesn't do more than 60. Even though you might be saying 120.
Yeah.
It's the in-game engine does not do more than 60. It doesn't move that fast to warrant 60. Now, if you're playing Call of Duty, Warzone, Grounded, or anything like that, yeah, you're gonna want bigger frames, so you don't lag so much, and you know, when people come into your screen, you see them as soon as they see you. But in a driving game, even racing, you don't need massive frames.
No.
I mean, racing, 100 frames, you don't need more than that.
That's all I'm getting next now is a 4 terabyte SSD.
Yeah, so the new computer will have a terabyte OS drive and a 4 terabyte game drive.
Mm-hmm.
Both M.2, both 4th gen. That'll be nice. Xena reckons it'll give me 3 times the power of my computer now. So I should be able to basically run any game I want and be able to stream it easily. Because I'm also going to have 64 gigs of RAM of DDR6, I think it is. Or DDR5, whatever it is. 6,000 megahertz. And anything that the graphics card's not, anything that you're not using RAM-wise goes and helps your graphics card.
16 gig graphics card, so I don't need it.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm getting. 16 gig graphics card.
Yeah.
Either
I
a
got
7,
32 RAM, I think.
yeah, either a 78X or a 9070, which is slightly up from that. Not the XT. If I'm going 9070, I'm not getting the XT. That's about 300 quid more. For the XT version. So it'll either be the XT version of the 78X or yeah, the 9070.
Yeah.
Should be plenty of power. So
Oh yeah, for the games I'm playing now, like, you know what I mean? I bought it really so like I'm able to play Call of Duty, I'm able to play Battlefield
yeah.
without no worries. You know what I mean?
Oh fuck yeah, you definitely got that.
My first computer was the RX 590 graphics card, and I definitely needed an updated one on. So I had money up for my father when he passed away, and that's how we did it.
Yeah. Way to do it.
You know what I mean?
I mean, my first computer, I couldn't even game and stream on. I was gaming on console, so that's why I don't blast console players for being console players. You know, some people in the situation they can't afford a PC or whatever, but you know, it's.
I come from console.
Yeah, the thing I say to console players about them being console players is don't blast PC players for having more stuff than you. Because your console is going to be limited to what it can do. If you want that bigger, better stuff, you need to come over to the dark side. But don't blast us for having more, because your situations of the thing that you had to go you had to go console. You know, consoles are limited.
It was like the people in FB server. Console players that are actually in there saying stuff. Oh, PC go this, PC go that, and all that.
Yeah, that's because PC can. That's because PC can do more. You know, you're limited with console. You know, they've got an OS which just about lets you play every game. That's formatted to your system. Whereas
I know the next gen Xbox is like a PC. Basically, it is a PC.
But to be honest, the funny this is funny now. So your PlayStation 5 and your Xbox Series X, people go, this one's better, that one's better, this one's better, that one's better. Do you know they've got the fucking same specs? Exactly the same specs. If you brass taxes take it down to what's internally inside, they've got the same processor, they've got the same RAM, they've got the same hard drive, they've got the same fucking graphics card, which is a 3060. So the only real difference is the OSs, which is obviously PlayStation's going to have the Sony OS, and the Xbox is going to have Microsoft OS, and that's the only difference between the two consoles. Oh, the other difference is the PlayStation, you can upgrade the second memory. It doesn't act as the first memory. People thinks it does because you can put like a M.2 of anything up to about 8 terabyte in, but it has to be of a certain speed, and that's absolutely right. It's got to be over 7,000 read write, otherwise the PlayStation goes fuck off, and that's absolutely guaranteed. I know I tried one in the wife's computer for low speed and it said fuck off. Well, it didn't say fuck off, obviously. It said can't read this hard drive that you stuck in there, because it wasn't quick enough. But yeah, internally for gameplay, there's no difference between the PlayStation 5 and an Xbox Series X. Absolutely none. The only difference is what's an Xbox only game and a PlayStation only game. That's the only difference. I mean, when I was playing before these new generations of games came out, I was playing the old Motorsports, and just before I went over to Xbox, I was playing the old Gran Turismo. And between the two, well, the latest Gran Turismo at the time, not this latest one, but the latest one at the time. And between the two, there was absolutely no difference in certain tracks. None at all. Cars handled the same. It was just basically what it was is PlayStation game and Xbox game. That's all it is between Gran Turismo and the and Horizon, not Horizon Motorsports. It's just the Xbox version, PlayStation version. That's it. If you take it down to brass taxes. But somebody pointed out the other day that, you know, that PlayStation is soon going to be partner with Microsoft. Absolutely right. Why shouldn't they be if they get the opportunity? In fact,
Well, yeah.
Under the table, they already are. I already know this for a fact. The reason I know this for a fact is because, again, my wife's got a PlayStation 5. They've changed the PlayStation Online subscription to exactly the same as what Xbox players have had for years. So you have the subscription, and you can have gold, silver, and bronze. Bronze, you just get to play with your mates, and you've got to buy the game yourself. Silver, you get a certain amount of games, and gold, you get like 100 or 200 games included that you can play. Guess what? Xbox has had that for fucking years. Which leads me to believe the deal's already there and done. Read between the lines on that one. Because I'm damn sure, you know, that PlayStation wouldn't be allowed to do that sort of subscription if it wasn't deal done. Because that's a direct copy of what Xbox do. And it will include stuff like EA games and stuff like that, exactly like what's on the Xbox subscription for gold. I mean, that's another thing. You know, somebody said to me the other day, are you happy about Xbox and PlayStation now having FS25 on the Go subscription package? Yes. Gets more people into the game. Yeah, it's free. To them. I say it's free to them. Of course, if they play it all the time and they haven't bought it, they're then paying for a subscription just to play Farm Sim. Got to bear that in mind.
But the game you don't actually not in use.
Yeah, but what I mean is you're paying your subscription to play that game, because if you don't pay your subscription, when you fire up the game on your console, it says your subscription isn't active. You can't play it. So you end up paying the subscription just to play that game.
That's only handy if you playing 10 games and you want to play them because you can't afford to play those 10 games.
Yeah, and well, you got to pay a certain amount for your subscription anyway on console to be online. They get you on that one. Just to play games online, you got to pay a subscription, and that's where they get you.
It's about 70 quid a year, isn't it?
The fact that they have gone one step further and go, you can rent a game off us as well at the same time, or multiple games off us at the same time, and if you start playing those games and like them, you're then stuck to your subscription, because if you cancel it, you're buggered. Because it won't allow you to play the game anymore. Or, you know, especially if you're playing it with your friends, you won't be able to play it anymore. What's Speedy doing, Welsh?
Empty.
Really? I'm doing 75. I'm not even making any impression on you.
I put my foot down a little bit. Didn't realize I was doing that. So used to trucking on my own and doing 79. Like I just didn't realize, even though you were in my leg hole.
Got to keep an eye on him.
Click.
You got to keep an eye on him. I don't mind doing 75 on this. 79 is too close to fucking 80. You know, you just all you need is a fucking slightly heavy load downhill, and that 0 and 1 on your thing doesn't make a fucking difference. In fact, if you have a really heavy load on, it can go over by 3 mile an hour, because the weight actually fucking doesn't make it. The weight pushes you faster than your retarder can fucking get back. I know. I've had trains on.
And this is where you be clever, is you put like the load on.
Yeah, that's what they do. They put light loads on so they don't. Trouble is, I get bored with that.
Yeah.
I said this before the other day because, you know, I know Minute likes sort of virtually putting the same load on, although he's kind of changed the last few weeks and that. And, you know, guys in the community, you know, Zeno put like fucking leaves or feathers or whatever he puts on, cut flowers in ETS all the time, just so he can go whatever speed he wants. It don't matter, and it won't be affected. But I can't do that. I want to put, you know, I've got whatever I got on now, you know, which is rails apparently. You know, next load I might have a crane on. Next load I might have a fucking tractor on. You know, I want different loads. I want people to see that these loads are available. You know, and I want to look at them too. You know, there's nothing better than the JCB stuff in ETS. That or loads is fucking unreal. You know, the loads look good. They're strapped correctly or chained correctly. You know, it's just a cracking pack. Still don't get why we got to buy another agricultural pack for the game though.
I haven't got that yet.
No. Rafe, how you doing? Because I already thought we bought one a little while ago. An agricultural pack. Sexual healing. So guys, we're about 10 minutes away from Bakersfield. American Lines is the name of the company we're going to. I'm going to take a little bio break as well, and then we'll crack on with some more jobs. You're quite welcome to come and join us. We're on US simulation of the TMP server. You'll notice which one it is. It's the one with the most people on.
Uh-huh.
He's like, you're not fucking doing 70 now. No, you're quite right, I'm doing 75. Good. Did you hear that? They are bringing ATS and ETS to console? Yes. Yeah, only next gen consoles. If you're a console player, don't expect to have TMP. That's an entirely different thing. What you will have is the ability to play ATS and ETS in single player and have all the maps and stuff and the cargoes and stuff. You'll probably have convoy mode, but not TMP. TMP is a totally different thing. Basically, TMP is an add-on that allows you to play in multiplayer servers with the base game. And last time I checked, with console, you're unable to do that. Go into a third-party thing. I didn't even know what that is. So it's what we're currently playing now. We're playing ATS in TMP, which is a multiplayer server. And what it does is it boots up from the TMP software, but uses the base software for the game. But it takes out all the traffic cars and everything else, and everybody in this server is a person. So behind me I've got Welsh, behind him I've got Adrian, and if there's anybody else going to and fro on the server, we'll pass them. So yeah, no AI cars at all. But yeah, for consoles, you'll have probably convoy mode and stuff like that. There's also talk about the game at the moment isn't quite up to scratch for consoles to what we're playing now. So what they're going to have to do is build a new graphics database for the game for you guys to be able to play it. It's definite. And probably after they release it to you, if they release it to you, when they release it to you, whatever, they'll probably give us a fucking great update for the new graphical engine. I mean, I'm not joking. The new graphical update will take at least as much data as downloading it from fresh, with a slightly bit more for the new engine, because that's what it's going to take for you guys to be able to play it. A brand new graphical engine. I think of you all night, until my morning light. It must be love, seeing you in my dreams, holding you close to me. Oh, what else can it be? Shitty limits. So 7 minutes to go, guys. Then we're going to swap jobs, go for a quick bio break, and we should be back on the road. When we go for a bio break, guys, would you like to play Words on stream? If you do, it'll be for shits and giggles, because nobody's bought any Stream Leaks cards yet. And I can't start giving shit away until people kind of contribute in that way. And it costs as little as €1. You know, €1 to buy one pack would activate the giveaways. So if you're wondering where they'll be, it's giveaways at the moment happens at 30 views, at 60 viewers, and anytime I take a break and we play Words on stream. If you get over level 3, you get an opportunity of winning some Stream Leaks packs. Also, if you get over 100 points, you also get the opportunity of winning Stream Leaks packs. But first, we need somebody to buy some for this week. There's a link. There's a link at the top of the screen, guys. If you do want to purchase, and if you spend over €4, you get 30% off with that link. You can also use that link to go through and just buy one pack for €1. And it will probably say, sorry, the 30% off isn't activated. Would you still like to go ahead with your purchase? And you go, yes, and get charged €1. And there's the Stream Leaks link. Stream Leak bot woke up. It didn't wake up, it does it every like 40 minutes. If you're wondering what kind of equipment I'm using, guys, I'm using the Moser R5 with the Moser trucking wheel. And I'm a partner with Moser as well. If you want to look at anything they got, there's my link. Use that, go through. And if you decide to buy something, guys, also use that link when you go through to purchase it, because then I will get some, or a little bit of commission, which will help me upgrade in the future. I mean, for instance, I would love a GT3 wheel. And the cheapest one's like 240 quid for the KS. I still wouldn't mind, I still love it. Especially now I'm going into racing GT3s and GT4s. It's midnight at Montgomery. Just hear that whippoorwill. And the people got ads, or some people got ads. I think that said closed left lane.
Oh shit.
It's alright, we're coming off and turning right anyway.
Uh-huh.
Right then, guys, we got like a 2 mile to go and then change of cargo. And like I say, today we're just picking whatever's at the thing for about 1,000 miles. And yeah, between jobs now, we're going to have a quick bio, so I'll be like a couple of minutes.
But man, I can make it my last job because I got to cook a lamb shank.
No worries, mate. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Oh.
Right, let's pick the next job. Oh, there's only one job there. 1,100 miles to Colorado. That'll do. That'll do, won't it? Where the fuck is it? Oh, it's over there. Okay. No, that's Adrian's load. Where's mine? It's over there as well. Okay. Oh, mine's down the side. You can see mine there. Wow, wow, wow.
But see it as well.
See you there, mate. Right, that's us on. Right, I'm just going to go and have a quick bio break. I'm going to put you on the B-Rate screen. It's got words on stream on it. If you want to play it, you can play it. If not, don't panic. It's for giggles anyway. Like I say, unless somebody buys some Stream Leaks cards, it's for shits and giggles. Plus, you get to watch my clip reel. Back in 2 minutes. Oh, right, then I'm back. Nobody's playing this, so let's just exit out of that. Because why not? Yeah. Boosh, let's get out of that. Right, let's get you back on the gaming screen. Right, load it up. Let's crack a lacking. Guys, this is going to be my last job as well. We're going to raid out after this one. And then I'm going to go make some food and start practicing my GT4. Kev, how we doing? Oh, Kev, glad you're here. Tomorrow, do you want to do Roadcraft or SnowRunner tomorrow? Because Saturday I'm doing an enduro race with Seti. It's up to you which one we do, mate. Roadcraft or SnowRunner. You know me, I'm open to do both. If it's Roadcraft, it's mine. SnowRunner, it's yours. So I spin round the head. I know. Not Vivid, we're going through superfluous stuff at the moment. Yeah, no worries, dude. Not a problem. Not a problem. That's alright, we might do some farming tomorrow then, guys. Or we might do some racing. Show you some GT4 racing before the enduro racing end of the week. On Saturday. So we might do a couple of days of racing. Not a problem, Kev. You know it's always got a backup plan if you're not available, mate. I said, excuse me, but do you remember me? I said, no, I don't believe I do. Okay, Will ordered. GG's, my man. You can wear my hat. You can take my shirt. You can take my shirt, because I don't need it. Love a bit of Phil Collins. 2 to 3 days, and I will have it. Excited to get back into it. Yep. Yeah, you couldn't have got a better wheel. Well, you could have got a better wheel, obviously, but for what you probably paid for that, you probably couldn't have got a better wheel. I mean, because the price tag for the 2.4 or the 2.48, it's either that or a Logitech. And like I say, I've had problems with the Logitech software. Few guys in the community have had problems with the software. And yeah, it's like I say, it's slightly below the T300, but farming and trucking couldn't do better. You could probably do a bit of racing in it as well, but you can wear my hat, you can tempt my coat, you can take my shirt, because I don't need it. You can have my hat, it's yours. I mean, the downside is, if you see, because you just bought yourself a new wheel, if you see like a Moser for a similar price, then you just pay for that one, you're going to go, shit, I should have bought that. That's the only downside, but hey, I don't know what you pay for that. No, I don't want to know, to be honest. I mean, I'm not being insensitive, you know, it's your finances. If that's the wheel you could afford, then that's the wheel you can afford. And that's the same as I tell anybody, you get the wheel you can afford. They're about the same price, but I already have the Logitech wheels. There was a time to upgrade to Logitech shifter. It's like a toy, but the THA shifter is metal. Oh yeah, like I said, the THA shifter is one of the best around. There's only like a couple of shifters that equal it for a H-pattern shifter. And people don't say it, but the Moser shifter's got a lot better. It's just a bit clunky. It feels more like a truck shifter than a race shifter. So yeah, if you're going to use it for racing, then yeah, the THA shifter is the one. If you're going to truck, it's a bit too slick for a truck. I think, anyway. Having used it. The one I wouldn't recommend for the Thrustmaster is their newer shifter. The one that looks really fucking plasticky. I wouldn't recommend that. Simply because it looks fucking plasticky. I've never used it, but it just looks super plasticky. You can wear my hat. Yeah, so guys, the rest of the week goes tomorrow. I'm unsure what I'm playing. Could be farming, could be racing. Friday, of course, trucking. Saturday is racing. Stream for that will start at 3 o'clock, end right after the race finishes. We believe about 6. It starts at 4, and it's a 2-hour race. And then Sunday farming for definite, and it'll be on the community map because I did my map the other day. But if we end up farming tomorrow, which I could do with doing the farming tomorrow because I could do it earning myself some more money doing some contracts. Yeah, I'm torn now for tomorrow. If I do my own map, it's Saxingham single player. I say single player. I haven't been bothered to put the mods that I use on a Google Drive. And even if I did, you would need at least the Macdon pack and the season pass because I'm using stuff from both. In fact, the only thing that I'm not using from any packs is the Nexit pack. So how many miles do you drive a month? Difficult to say, that one. Anywhere between, I personally drive anywhere between 30 to, what's my highest, 120,000. 30,000 to 120,000. Without fail. The VTC's requirement is only 660. But since I'm a rep for the VTC, I kind of drive like I'm trying to show the guys, you know, it's possible. You know, I don't play this game every day, but it's still possible to do these miles. How long have I been playing ATS? I don't know, year, couple of years. I don't know, difficult to say. I don't know what my played hours is. I know ETS is like 1,000 something hours played. And I had ETS first, so ATS is probably about 500 hours, something like that. To be honest, I've done that many restarts on ATS right now. I don't restart normally anymore. So I start and then I mod the game. If I'm going to start from scratch. Just to show people what to do. So, you know, I'll start absolutely from scratch. Give some people just a little ideas of what to do. And then I'll mod the game for a few levels. And show people what I'm doing as far as skill tree and stuff. And the best ways I think to do them. I mean, my ideas are sometimes different to everybody else's. But it's the way I do it. I find it most efficient. Total play for me, 368 hours for ATS. So not bad. I guessed at 500, but, you know. But I do play a lot more ETS when we're not pushing. It's only because the VTC is good doing a push month this month, that, you know, I'm doing a lot of ATS miles. Otherwise, normally what I do is I do 2 ATS streams a month. Normally the first day of the month, which just gives me that banker of doing more than 660 miles for my VTC miles. Because the mileage, you know, hourly sort of thing, what you can do in an hour is more on ATS than it is on ETS. For instance, on ATS, if you get good roads, you can do about 13 to 1500 miles, so 1,300 to 1,500 miles in an hour on ATS. On ETS, it's more like 900 in an hour. That's because real to race speeds are a lot lower in ETS. So they're 80, I think it's 81.2 in ATS, but I try and stick way below 80. And on ETS they're 62. And then you go into race. So I try and stick 56 or 58. So yeah, first of the month I normally come on ATS anyway, regardless, bang out some miles, and then if I'm going to play a trucking game, I play ETS because it's more interesting. The roads are more interesting, and then like mid month I'll come back onto ATS and just bang out some more chilled miles, and yeah. I used to do 4,000 mile runs. I was driving when I was driving. We like to keep it down to about an hour. You know, about an hour, especially if we're driving together. Drive for about an hour, then if you need to go to the toilet or bugger off somewhere, you can. So we try and keep them down to an hour now. Especially if we're streaming. You know, like today, you've seen me do like 1,000 mile jobs. So that's under an hour every job. So if somebody came in and said, oh, I want to do a job with you, but I've only got an hour, come on in. You know? We're only doing hour jobs. Except if I say I'm doing long jobs, which on a Monday I do, Monday long job, then I'm doing 2,886 miles as a long job and return. But yeah, long job Monday. If Minute is streaming his normal Monday streams, then my afternoon stream will start at midday, so I can get those 2 jobs in before 5 o'clock. If he's not streaming, then we'll just start whenever I get up and notice he's not streaming and go through to whenever I finish. Which, what are they, about 2 hours 20 in each direction, so 4 hours 40 for the 2 jobs. Plus a break, say 4 hours 50. Yeah, you couldn't do that mileage in ETS in that amount of time. 2,800 miles in 2 hours 20, impossible in ATS. I mean, what were we doing? We were doing 2,200 miles in 2 hours, I think. I think it was something like that. We were clocking up. And that was the most efficient route we could get. So you basically get up to 60 mile an hour and you don't slow down till you get out of there. And that was San Giovanni to Oslo and do a loop of Berlin. And that took us just over 2 hours. I mean, has anybody done the driving school bit yet of the game? I've done it on ETS. I went through it in an hour. That's no bullshit. I went through the whole lot in an hour. That's start to finish. I mean, don't get me wrong. People called me cheating because I used the outside view to do my reversing. It's the way I've always done it. I've always gone outside cab to reverse. So yeah, people say I cheated, and I was like, it's the way I've always done it, dude. You're not going to change the way I reverse. You know, I always go outside cab view, get above the cab, look back, and that's me done. But I've never driven a truck, but I know how to reverse an item. And I've driven vehicles that reverse trailers, and that's not cheating. It's part of the game. Yeah, exactly. That's what I also told him as well. Kev's off the alert. No worries, Kev. You do you, mate.
Someone is at the front door.
I'm gonna have to answer that. 2 seconds, peeps. 2 seconds, peeps. All right, all right. Okay, I heard him. Oh, I'm back. Right, that was my TikTok shop purchase. That was my TikTok shop purchase. Yeah, I'm a bit skeptical of buying off of TikTok, but yeah, it's come. So I bought the toilet rolls and stuff. See what they're like. I think it was like 12 quid for 4 packs of toilet roll. 2 packs of kitchen roll and six blue roll for 11 quid, which we thought was pretty decent. Like I say, being TikTok, we were a bit skeptical, but yeah. Yeah, Adrian's in a VTC. I'm in Viking Transport. I'm a rep for Viking Transport, which is there. And Adrian's in Lady Bear Trucking, which he won't advertise himself because he's a polite guy, and he's, you know, he won't advertise his VTC in my stream. You know him, Jace? Adrian's a good guy. We call him the Phantom Stalker because anytime we're online, he normally finds us somewhere. And to be honest, at times like this, when I would normally be on my own, fucking love having him around. It just makes me feel I'm not totally on my own driving the roads. You know what I mean? He knows you're under a different name, though. Okay. Yeah, Lady Bear Trucking, they're just in front of us on the American Truck World League lists. No, you're fine. I was going to say Adrian would have told you through my stream because he's polite. Not saying you're not, but... kind of knowing that he's in a different VTC to me and asking what VTC he's in, it's almost the same thing. But yeah, we're friends with a lot of VTCs. So on the 28th, I think it is, I think it's no, this Saturday. Yes, this Saturday at 7 o'clock or 7:30. We're part of BVAR's 7th birthday stream over there on ETS. With me doing the enduro stream, I'm not sure whether I'm going to actually be there now, even though I said I'd be there. It's going to depend how I feel, although I'm doing first stint, so I'll probably be alright. And yeah, we're friends with Lady Bear Trucking. Yeah, there's a few of the guys we're friends of. I mean, there's recently been a company that folded, and we were friends with them until they folded, but they've all gone into different places. So a few came to us. We normally hover about 80 drivers. And that's active drivers, 80 active drivers. All doing their various bits and bobs. You know, there's a lot of full-time people that work IRL. Getting weekend miles and stuff. Oh, no, 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 no. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do. When I was tipping, I was easing it out towards that wall. Product gamer, you complete ass. 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, slow down. 8, 9, 10. This truck just doesn't want to fall over. Hey, Bonner, how you doing? What? Yes, I'm guessing so. Nearly got me? Yeah, you did. Alright, guys, if you just joined me, this is going to be my last job of the day. 38 minutes or so. Why? Because I started early. I need to go test the GT4 car with a load of tunes. Why? Because I ain't got very much time left before Saturday. This love that I feel for you always will be. Agent's asking what your original name was, and he'll try and work it out. Or he's trying to work it out. While they're having a conversation, guys, don't forget to top your screen. There's a 30% off code for Streamleaks cards when you spend over €4. And also on that thing, guys, I can't do any giveaways for Streamleaks until somebody purchases something from Streamleaks, and then we can do the giveaways. And currently my giveaways are at 30 viewers, 60 viewers, and if I take a break and we play words on stream, then there's an opportunity there as well. Also, my packs are very cheap. Randy Travis, yeah, mate. Love this song. On her body makes a young girl's brown hair turn gray. But honey, I don't care. I ain't in love with your hair. I love you anyway. On a memory. I can do this in karaoke. To be honest, this song is quite easy to do in karaoke, just remembering the words. darling, I'm gonna love you forever. It's just that same sort of smooth variations between keys. And it doesn't go too high, it doesn't go really, really low. Sit and talk about old man. If you wonder how long I'll be faithful. So do I. My favorite by him is Deeper Than the Holler. To be honest, this is one of the only ones I do of Randy Travis. I do a lot of Brooks and Dunn, Garth Brooks, Dwight Yoakam. Travis Tritt, I do a couple of his. You notice a pattern though? Old 90s country singers. She's got a stiff finger wrapped in a rope pulled way too tight. She's got a lunatic smile, but she's really going deep tonight. She's got a fever. One of my favorite singers of all time, this is Garth Brooks. I've seen videos of him live and in the studio. You know, he's one of the few singers that sounds miles better when he's live. Not a lot of singers can say that. They sound 10 times better when they're live than when they're in the studio. With the crowd behind them and shit like that. But this is one of them. You know, miles better live. It's like in the studio, he's got no fans to look at while he's singing, so it doesn't give him that buzz to use the full range of his voice and shit. Whereas while he's live, some of the songs just take flight and go to a whole new place. He said it's really kind of simple. Keep the mind in the middle while the world spins round and round. And one of the few singers you don't mind his audience singing back to him. Because there is singers that don't like it. That's all. If a different breed with the boys down deep inside, screaming he was born to ride. Oh, Alan Jackson. Do a few songs for Alan Jackson as well. We are here, but they're not all there. That's right. Steve Earle. I only like really two songs from Steve Earle. This one and Guitar Town. So guys, once again, if you're trying to join me tomorrow, if Minute's going to be streaming, which he says he is, yeah. Half 1 star. I don't know what I'm going to be playing. It could be racing. It could be farming tomorrow, after I've done my $2,000 on the trucking. And then Friday, we're back to the 5K trucking. Saturday, we're going to start at 3 o'clock for a 4 o'clock race on iRacing. And yeah, it's a 2-hour enduro race of Virginia Raceway with GT4s. Well, we'll be in GT4s. There's a few lower class cars according to SETI. But yeah, there's a few lower class cars that, you know, we'll be able to whiz on by. I mean, they normally do, like, when they do a higher class and lower class car, they normally make it so there's a bit of difference between the two, so that the faster cars get an easy overtake, without it being so close that you touch. Yeah, if you haven't guessed right now, this song is what I'm making moonshine. See? Brown whiskey and a big black dog's moonshine. Yeah, favourite car for the moonshine runners to buy an old police car, because they don't have to do many upgrades for it to be fucking quick as fuck. Because a lot of the time with the old police cars, all they did really, from it being a police car to not being a police car, is they took the radio out of it, any kind of weapons or anything, the electronics of being a police car, and the lights. Boom. Sewed it with the paint job on and everything. I mean, sometimes they even sewed it with the lights on. I mean, if they could be bothered, they actually took the lights off and hooked them up properly, but yeah, sometimes they kept the lights on. So just for a cheap car and a quick car, you buy the old police car, spray it over to whatever colour you wanted it, and boom, there you go, one fast car. Do tours of duty and is still alive, you lucky bastard. That's the damn truth. Hey, you got your answer in chat, mate? Hey, Chucky. Wow. That's telling things about yourself, Chucky, that nobody really wanted to know. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Started a little bit early. Gonna finish after this route. And then have something to eat, and then I got some practicing to do for GT4 racing, because me and Seti are going to be doing enduro racing on Saturday. Chucky likes up the ass. Apparently so, according to that clip. I know, apparently so. Mrs. H ran her up the ass and said how much, you know, she enjoys Chucky's company and everything, and then all of a sudden Chucky says, yeah, even Cage likes doing that. Boosh. If you've not heard of Chucky Bloodstone, guys, where the hell have you been? Should be back streaming soon. And if you don't know who Cage is their other half. No, Cage says I'm superhuman. Yeah, sure. Neither a down, down, neither a ground. Get down, neither a ground, ba-ba-ba-boom. Can't be a bit of quo. Status quo, known as the four chord kings. Honestly, 4-chord kings. Every single one of their songs, apparently they did with 4 chords. And they made a lot of songs. And yeah, one of the groups I should have gone to see before they retired, and missed it twice. Just before they retired, 2 years running, they came down to the southwest. In 2 years, I was too busy to go see them. Fucking love Quo. Oh. These in-ear fucking earphones are really good, but for some reason the rubber tip bits make my ears itch. And I've got the right size, before anybody says anything, I've got the right size for my ears. Oh? Papa Mr. H has left the other stream trucking room. Is he finished? Thought he was going through to 5. Really wanted to see Toby Keith, never got the chance. Yeah, it's another guy I really would love to see live. Yeah, that was a shame, that was. Did you see his remembrance concert? That was fucking awesome. Where everybody was singing his songs. A few of them sounded odd singing his songs because Toby Keith's got this unique voice for country. And to hear other people singing his songs was just strange. It's just like Garth Brooks. Garth Brooks has been over this way 3 times now, I think. No, twice. He was going to come over 3 times, but when they booked him at Wembley, he wouldn't finish. I think the thing was he wouldn't finish when they wanted him to finish, because he does a really large encore. So he refused in the end to play London, and now he only plays Ireland if he comes over at all. And yeah, because he's kind of getting older now. You know, traveling and doing full concerts now isn't really his thing. So he mainly does a residency like once a month now in Vegas, which I'd love to see that as well, because I've watched one on video. Well, not on video, but it was a download. It was Garth live at the Wynn. The Wynn's a hotel, and it was basically him and his guitar. And he tells you about the story of his life and the inspiration of music. And he sings a lot of people's songs. And then the second half, he basically does an hour and a half of his songs, acoustic. And yeah, partway through on one of them, the one that I watched, his wife comes in, which his new wife, I say new wife, wife of a few years now, but kind of new wife. If you didn't know, he broke up from his old wife. Trisha Yearwood comes in and swaps his baseball hat that he's wearing at the start of the show for his cowboy hat and says, "They've come to see you, now you sing your songs." So he does a load of his songs acoustic. That's the power of love. If ever somebody does a guess the year, and this is in it, it's 1985. If anybody does if anybody does this song and says guess the year, it's 1985. Same as if they mentioned the year the first Back to the Future was made, 1985. It's in the film a load of times to give you a clue. You know? The year it came out was 1985. They mentioned the year 1985 a good 10 times. And it's even on, when he goes back to 63 or whenever it is, it's even on his brother's t-shirt, Class of 1985. Or his sister's t-shirt, Class of 1985. The big giveaway. Also in the same year, Top Gun. And you feel it. Mm-hmm. One guy I would love to see when he comes back over, which I missed him last year, is Fluffy, the comedian. Enrique Iglesias. Missed him, he was in London last year. Fucking love to see him live. So funny. I think he'd love it down in my part of the world, or in my part of the country, because we don't. A lot of people around my city don't care whether you're famous or not. If they see you out in the street, they don't bombard you or anything. They go, "Oh, you say, yeah, whatever." A few people might be starstruck and say hi, but that's about it. Watched him on YouTube. He's hilarious, yeah, man. I think that one of his kind of best endings was when he bought fucking Martine a fucking van. You know, bought it, did it up, and fucking gave it to him at the end of the show. What a fucking touch. Still like that joke he says about him and Martine are out and Martine loses his phone. So he goes to buy Martine a new phone, and he goes into the shop and says, "Look, I need a phone for him." He says, "But because I got a white iPhone, can you get the black iPhone?" And he says, "You imagine if the iPhone was actually a black iPhone?" That was hilarious. When he goes, "Boop, hey, what's the weather?" And he goes, "Why don't you take your ass outside and have a look?" You seen Randy Travis live? Wow, dude. Holy shit. The only real concert I've been there to watch as a spectator was Madness. Went to see Madness, I thought it was meant to. And also the warm-up group was, what's he called? The leader of the House Martins and then became leader of the Beautiful South, but he was contracted so he couldn't fucking sing their songs, weirdly. So the only song he could really sing that we all knew was Caravan of Love from the House Martins, because he wrote it. Yeah, but it's sad now. He barely sings, considering what happened. Yeah, man. Happens to a few people, you know. Phil Collins is still alive. He can't drum anymore. And in fact, he can barely speak now. You know, when the guys from Drumeo, I think 2 years ago, went round and saw him and tried to ask him about his life and stuff, and I think they took one of his sets of drums round that he used to play in concert. And he sat at them and he was gonna like bash him a bit, and it was like, nope, can't do it anymore. It's sad, real sad. These are the guys I saw live. The only concert I've ever been to as a viewer. You know, he fell in a yes, I do. I did watch Squeeze at a concert, but I wasn't there as a viewer. I was there to work. But yeah, I did see him. I mean, the stage was miles away from where I was. I was there as a vendor. And did a little mix, but they were like 2 fields away, but you could fucking hear them clear as day from where I was. Heard Westlife as well, but I was 2 fields away from where they were, but you hear them clear as day. Not that I'd go to a Westlife concert, but you know, the wife wanted to. Fuck off! Oh shit! Whoa! Hello. Yeah, okay. How am I supposed to get back across? Shut it.
You're driving in the UK now.
Yeah, that's my excuse. There'll be a gap in a minute. Just hope that nobody fucking comes the other way. And when she says I'm weak. Told you I'd get you. Dude, you could have just fucking done a bit scare, couldn't you? You'd have got me. And fuck you as well. The one I really wanted of that fuck you one was I really wanted the Eddie Murphy one in Coming to America. That one, that's the one I wanted. You know, where he goes fuck you, and fuck you, and fuck you. Who's next? But that's a lot funnier to me. Can I get across here? Yeah. There we go. We're on the right side of the road again. We've got 10 minutes to go in the stream, guys, and then once we park it up, we're going to look for somebody to raid out to. Remember to join me for tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. I really don't. It could be racing, it could be farming. Friday, back to doing some trucking, 5,000 mile day, of course. And then Saturday, we're doing the enduro race for SETI. My first enduro race. Driving a BMW GT4. In fact, after this is over with, I'm going to have some tea and I'm going to go practice. never shared the brace, but he was shifting gears. We'll be a fucking ad 4 minutes from the end. This song sounds slightly different, guys. It's from a cover singer. Whoa, whoa. You wore blue velvet. Whoa, whoa. Last. The years, and I still can see blue velvet through their tears. Wow, wow. I think it's going to end up being like a 7,000 mile day for me. But this is definitely the last job for ATS today. Like I say, tomorrow I'll be on about 1:30, either farming or racing. Regardless of which, I'll be on first thing in the morning doing some trucking, getting my 2,000 miles done. And then we'll chill for a little bit before we decide what we're going to do. I could do it going on farming and earning my personal farm a bit more money before there's a lot of stuff I want to buy. See, there's I need to buy the harvester for doing pallets. Sorry, pellets with pallets. I know it's a bit of a mouthful, but hey, that's like 300,000 on its own. I want to buy some land to put greenhouses and mushroom sheds in. You know, that could end up about 300 grand to do either one. So there's like 900 grand I want to spend just for passive income. It'll end up being worth it once it's all in place. It'll end up being very much worth it. Can't believe I read somewhere that this lady's still fucking going out doing her thing. Madonna. I mean, she's got to be about fucking 90 by now. Who did the freaking rap version of this? Was it DJ Master Mix? Or whatever it was called back in the day? That's the version of the song I like the best. We got a ring-a-dong for the holiday. That one. Forget about the bad times, oh yeah. So, big climb up the hill towards the drop-off. Please don't do that again. It's warm in here and don't want it to rain. Fuck are you? We got a ring-a-dong for the holiday. Yeah, baby. You got a ring-a-dong for the holiday. Wonder how close that video thing to where I'm dropping. Might better quickly show you the videomatic on drop off. Come on, let's celebrate. GTA 7 one. I don't know, mate. I just know I like that version better than the original. Not to say that the original's crap. Madonna's songs were on point back in the day. I mean, really were. I mean, she did some cracking songs. I mean, this one, Like a Virgin, Vogue, some cracking songs. This is where a lot of wheels fall on their fucking ass going over this type of material. You listen to a Logitech going over this loose stuff, fucking hell, man. Like pulling teeth. Baby, I'm burning out of control. Whoa. Baby, I'm burning body and soul. Whoa. Baby, I'm burning you out every time. Oh, yeah. Can't beat a bit of Dolly. And yes, if I'm on pro mods, I do drive this fast down in the quarry down there. Give me an open road and the room to maneuver. Doesn't bother me what roads I'm on. Out of control, whoa, baby, I'm burning, body and soul, whoa. There we go, we're here. That was a cracking ending. Fucking love that. That last 3 minutes of off-roading, that was cracking. Right then, let's go see who's about. Don't forget, guys, I'm...
Sure how to help you with that.
Shut up, you silly cow. Did I even say her name? No, I didn't, did I? No, didn't think I did. Anyway, let's go see who's about. Right then, who is on right now? So we've got Jobber doing a bit of iRacing. We got Eager Gaming doing some farming. Darius Frost doing Eager Souls. Oh, SETI's on. SETI's on, people. SETI's on. Did you know SETI's on? If I didn't say it before, SETI's on. I'm going to race SETI, guys, because did I mention we're going to race together on Saturday? I think I did, didn't I? Yeah, so we can race SETI. Laters, Matt. Laters, buddy. Sediment Experience, guys, comes from the US. Absolute beast of a dude. And he's awesome. It's a bit of dry humor, so you'll have to watch that, but the guy's awesome. Go over and say hi to Mr. Sediment Experience. Like I say, he's going to be my race co-driver, spotter, and yeah, on Saturday. Like I say, he's an awesome dude. And if you haven't already, make sure you give him a follow while you're there. He's well worth it. Anyway, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Toodles.